Surviving Romance, the horror school story is supreme that you shouldn't miss part 1. This is a horror story that I am very impressed and extremely interested in. I have read it 3 times because of its supreme content and great drawings. To be honest, this is probably the best manga of manhwa genre in terms of school horror. At the first glance, it seems to be just an ordinary manhwa series about sweet and romantic love, but you don't let be fooled by that pretty cover. Only when you immerse yourself in the series will you really know how scared the series is. An attractive series from everything. If I were to rate the series, I would rate it 10 out of 10 because everything is so perfect. To know how interesting and great the story is, let's take a look at the brief content below. Surviving Romance, a manhwa webtoon series about the great school friendship genre with action scenes, extremely eye-catching fights and even more horror story situations, and very excellent plot twists. The story has a lot of horror elements but is greatly unique, which is far from other usual horror series. But to increase the horror part of the series, the dark shadows will be improved with many bizarre shapes that make your hair creepy, which will probably make you haunting. So if you are allergic to that person's black shadow, you should consider carefully before watching. Contents, note having spoil. Kim Huisu is a 28-year-old girl who is struggling with her own life and has always wanted to hide from reality. In one time, she goes through a romance novel that she loves very much and becomes the main actress, Karen Eun, a very pretty girl, with sweet pink hair and a poetic smile, a child. The girl who attracts everyone's eyes and will have a very beautiful ending reunited with the person she loves, the male actor Jiha. In her imagination, 2 of them will have a wonderful ending like a fairy tale, although she knows that it will suffer some difficulties. But when she enters this novel, a strange thing happens, which begins a seemingly endless chain of events. When she first enters, she just can see the only face in this world that is Jiha's face, her love. About the other supporting characters around herself, she only sees a black shadow in the form of a human whose face are not clear. In addition, she can't see anything except to distinguish by voice and gestures. But she could not have expected that her uninvited appearance in this world has blocked the path of its inherent operating gear, made things slowly get out of control and horrifyingly horrible. That day, she still goes to school and performs as the novel said that she will go to the place where the main actor Jiha texted to receive a confession, but a super plot twist turns no one expected took place. The male actor suddenly turns into a zombie and the world suddenly falls into the apocalypse. Thinking that she is dead after the zombies tearing, when Karen opens her eyes, she is back at 7:30 a.m. the first day the novel begins. Every time she dies, she will revive at the starting point and the continuous cycle goes on and on. Her real nightmare then officially begins. And so Karen dies and revives many times, considers saving Jiha as the only way to get out of this deadly cycle, but she can't. Nearly 400 deaths, Karen gains a lot of experience but she almost falls into despair because of failing so many times. When she was killed, torn apart, hit by a car that had made her bored and fell into despair. She has never wanted to die like now, but ironically, she can't. See you in the next video.